I'm Rob Robinson, Honorary Research Fellow, University of Hull, and the question we've come to answer today is which Shakespearean character could be buried under a street in Hull? And to answer that question, we've come to Hull's Charterhouse, which is a medieval almshouse and used to stand alongside the long-lost Carthusian monastery, which were founded by the Delapole family. And the character we've come to talk about is William Delapole, 1st Duke of Suffolk. William Delapole is mentioned in both Henry VI Part 1 and 2. He was a favourite of Henry VI, who made him Lord High Admiral of England, a position held today by King Charles, and also a commander of his forces. At the time, the 100 Years' War was raging, and England suffered a lot of reverses at the hands of France, and these were blamed by Parliament on the Duke of Suffolk, and they tried to impeach him, which could have led his life in danger. Henry VI intervened to send him into exile. On his way into exile, his ship was intercepted by his enemies. A mock trial was staged on board and his head was cut off with a rusty sword. His headless body later floated ashore near Dover and was given back to his wife, who buried it on Delapole property. Now, we don't know whether that property was the place that the Delapoles owned in Suffolk, near Wingfield, or whether it was here. What we do know is that the Carthusian monastery, where he was reputedly buried, was destroyed or dissolved by Henry VIII. About 100 years later, the buildings themselves were destroyed during the English Civil War. Next to no trace exists to this day. What happened to his body? Is it buried at Wingfield? Nobody knows. Is it buried here? Nobody's sure. Somewhere under the ground then, this famous character from Shakespeare could be buried in Hull, and a Lord High Admiral to boot.